8 Craziest Prison Escapes in History. 1. El Chapo bought his way out of prison. In 2001, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman did the impossible. He managed to escape from Mexico's toughest prison. El Chapo bribed the prison guards. They dismantled the security cameras. Then he hid in a dirty laundry cart. It was wheeled onto a waiting truck. The operation involved 70 guards and cost $2.5 million. 2. Stephen J. Russell has unbelievable acting chops. Russell has become famous for his escapes. One day, he walked into a bank. Russell posed as a billionaire to secure a $75,000 loan. The clerk got suspicious and called the cops. So Russell feigned a heart attack. He was hospitalized but placed on security watch. So he called the hospital on his cell. Pretending to be an FBI agent, he told the staff to release him. They did. 3. The Houdini of Florida escaped a little too often. Mark DeFriest was sentenced to 4 years in 1978, but he couldn't just wait for the sentence to end. So he made a whopping 13 escape attempts. 7 of them were successful. DeFriest is an autistic savant. He memorized the appearance of the cell keys. DeFriest kept making perfect copies from memory. He also laced the prison staff's coffee with LSD. Another time, he fashioned a zip gun out of a toothpaste tube. All this resulted in DeFriest spending 40 years behind bars. 4. Moondyne Joe was pardoned on a bet. Moondyne Joe, an Australian bushranger. He kept escaping from jail time after time. Finally, a special cell was built to hold him. The governor told Joe,
"If you get out again, I'll forgive you."
Joe escaped in 1867 and was arrested in 1869. The governor kept his word and let him go. 5. Michel Vajour used fruits to bluff his way out. The French convict escaped 5 times. In 1985, he stole some nectarines from the canteen. Vajour painted them to look like hand grenades, threatening to detonate them. He had the guards open his cell. He made his way to the roof of the prison. His wife was waiting for him in a helicopter. She whisked him away before the gaping guards. 6. Yoshi Shiratori was a real-life ninja. Shiratori broke out of 4 different prisons. He first escaped by picking his handcuff locks with wire. In 1942, he escaped again by passing through the air vents. In 1944, he used miso soup to rust his handcuffs. Then he was caught and sentenced to death. Shiratori was placed in a special cell. He sawed through the floorboards with a piece of metal sheet. Then he dug his way out with a bowl. 7. Cheo Aap Bok presented a master class in yoga. Choi is a Korean yoga master. In 2012, he was arrested on robbery charges. Choi waited for the guards to fall asleep. Then he put ointment on his upper body. He squeezed through the food slot at the bottom of the door. The slot was 5.9 inches tall and 17.7 inches wide. 8. Joel Kaplan legally escaped prison. Kaplan was a New York businessman. In 1971, he found himself in Mexican prison. Under Mexican law, escaping prison is not illegal in itself, but breaking a lock, threatening a guard, and so on are still illegal. This makes a totally legal escape impossible. Almost. Kaplan did it while the guards were watching a movie. He had bought a helicopter in advance. He flew to a nearby airfield and boarded his private Cessna. Kaplan then flew it to California. His flight followed all FAA requirements. After landing, he officially presented himself. He was granted entry. No one in Mexico even knew he was missing until it was too late.